Welcome to today's edition of Inside the Film Room, presented by Sharp. Joined by David Diehl, I am John Schmeelk. Today we're going to take a look at one of the Giants' rookie offensive linemen, fifth-round pick out of Oregon, Shane Lemieux. One of the things Dave Gettleman liked about him, Dave, is that he's a smart player. We see that on this first play.
Not only is he smart, but he's physical, and it made me very excited when I saw them pick him in the fifth round, especially when he's wearing that number 66. We're looking at a third down situation up against the Cleveland Browns. And what are they going to do? They're going to overload your front. This is a loaded look. 3 to the front side. And what does that do? It forces your offensive line from the center position all the way over to slide that protection. They're going to run on this a TTE. They're going to run a 3-man game. And it's up to the guard and Shane Lemieux to physically force this punch and pass and switch off, which we're going to currently see in this play. These are the exciting things that you see out of Shane Lemieux in his rookie season. You're going to see the punch, pop it off, and run block. That's something that you need to do, because if he doesn't turn this into a run block, it's going to be hard to get Nick Gates off at the looping defensive end. Sees the stunt, is able to say over, and look at that leg press and movement. That's the reason why they were able to get rid of the football on that play.
Great communication by 3 young offensive linemen on that side of the ball. Thomas, Lemieux, and Gates passing off a very complicated play.
And that's one thing that, defensive coordinators and defensive lines are going to throw at you, and we're going to see it again on this next play. They got a lot of reps at this. Here we go. Now we're going to run a TE on this play. It's going to start with the T and the E. Once again, if Shane Lemieux isn't physical with his punch and staying inside out, this defensive tackle is going to try to grab, rip, and hold your outside arm so you can't come off on the looper. Watch the tight hands that Shane Lemieux has on this football play. You're going to see he gets inside, gets his feet set up in the ground, snaps it. Watch it at the end. Poof. You see the explosion? He gets him on Andrew Thomas and is able to come off on the looper and anchor down to solidify that pocket for Daniel Jones to step up and throw the football downfield.
Picking up Marcus Golden on that inside rush off that stunt. And now, Dave, this is really Shane Lemieux's bread and butter. This is the run game. This is what he's made for.
Yes, it is. On this play, the Giants are going to run a little counter action with Wayne Gallman in the backfield, and you're going to see 2 pullers. Shane Lemieux's the kick out. Caden Smith is the next one through. Shane Lemieux's looking for any color to hit, and there's going to be one player that's going to be left blocked, unfree and untouched, and that's going to be Montez Sweat. I wish when we see this play, I wish that Cam Fleming at the right tackle position would have set it up a little bit better. He could have given a head fake to Montez Sweat to get him upfield, considering that there's another blocker there with Sterling Shepard, to really set up a knockout block by Shane Lemieux at the left guard position. Gets set up, boom, gets him knocked out of the hole, gets that leverage, and that's what gives Wayne Gallman the lane to run through to the second level. And on this play, we're going to see Shane Lemieux at the left guard position, pull and trap, flex your cocks at the 3 technique. Now, let me tell you, there's not a lot of guards in the league that like to do this, but he is one of those road graders that loves the action. He loves the physicality of this football game, and he loves that phone booth mentality. Once you get in it, he's going to hit you and he's going to drive. One of the things that you love about Shane Lemieux after he gets this kick out is that this ball goes to the second level. You see Wayne Gallman run through, clear, gets through those arm tackles, excels and gets through it. Watch Shane Lemieux. Tell me that's not a guard that loves action and wants to get in the mix with defensive tackles.
And Dave, the one thing we didn't look at here is one-on-one pass protection from Shane Lemieux. And for him to establish himself as a starter, that's the one thing he needs to improve upon.
Yes, he likes to jump set. He likes to be aggressive, but when you're aggressive, you've got to stay inside out, and you've got to be very smart with your hands and your landmarks with where you're punching. You're always thinking, when you're playing that left guard position and you're jump setting, you're thinking point with that inside hand, peck with that offhand. So that way, if that defensive tackle moves inside, that's the first point that you can hit that redirects him and press him into the line of scrimmage. And then you have your outside hand for protection. Those are things that he has to continue to work on as he gets ready for his second season.
Great stuff. An inside look at Shane Lemieux and Inside the Film Room, presented by Sharp. For David Diehl, I'm John Schmeelk. We'll see you next time.